It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another fucking. Who am I kidding? Nobody's watching this anyway. No one's watching this on the replay. So you know what, Abe? Welcome, future you and me who watch these streams after the air.
I don't want to break your heart, but I usually don't watch any things I'm on.
Dude, there are moments that I actually do go back and watch because I'm like, we're pretty damn funny.
No.
But yeah, whatever. All right, then, future Matt. Hello, it's good to see you again. I don't watch full episodes, but I'll every once in a while, like I'll rewatch. Like I rewatched.
Some
I rewatched when I did my reviews of the Godfather movies. I rewatched that bit. But you had something to say about Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Fuck the whites.
Well, yeah. I'm white, so it's okay, guys. Abe can make these jokes. I'm his cracker pass.
Okay, so first time I went to Chick-fil-A was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was surprised of the chicken, right? Yeah. But then I went a couple of weeks ago with my sister once I picked her from the airport. And I have to say, not that good. I didn't order the chicken sandwich. I ordered the chicken. It wasn't even crispy, dude. And it wasn't like, night or anything. It was like, what is it? Like one.
Well, what sandwich did you go with? Because I get the crispy chicken, but I got the deluxe.
That's no, so I didn't went for a sandwich. I just went for straight chicken. Like chicken
okay,
sandwich.
Yeah.
So it's just not that good. That's my opinion.
Me and my brother talked about this the other week. It's like, so there used to not be a Chick-fil-A near us, and then there was one built like 2 years ago, maybe. But at first we didn't have Chick-fil-A because they cook with peanut oil, and so like that's a no-no. But apparently, how they use it can't like affect us. I don't fucking know. I guess because it's peanut oil, not straight. I have no idea. So we can eat it, and it's like the last couple of times I've gone, it's like not that good. And this is the biggest problem me and my brother have had. It's not filling. Like I get a chicken sandwich from them, or I get look, I'm a fat person. Okay. I know I'm losing weight, but like the strips, you can only get 4. My fat ass wants more than 4. Why can't I get more than 4? Fucking McDonald's allows you to get like 40 McNuggets if you want them.
Really? You cannot get more than 4?
No, yeah. I mean, you can order more. Like there's only a 4-piece meal. There's not like an 8-piece. You can literally. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I want more fucking strips because I'm a fat, and also because it's not filling. You eat 4 strips, and literally, that's why I started getting the sandwich. But even the sandwich,
do you have Cane's?
I'm sorry.
Do you have Cane's? Raising Cane's?
No.
Okay.
That might just be a West Coast thing. It's like In and Out. There's weirdly regional things like that are like it's weird because it's like they're all over the place where they are, but then they don't expand outward.
Well, I have to drive 20 minutes for that chicken. I have to tell.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like when I get fast food, like one of the good qualities is like it's filling. Like yesterday, I had Wendy's, and you know what? I ate my meal, and I was full. Didn't need anything else. I eat a Chick-fil-A meal, and I'm just like, I guess I should have ordered 2 of these. Like,
I don't know, dude. I'm not that. I know I'm fat, but I don't think I'm fat because I eat alone. It's because I drink a lot of sugar.
I agree. As I sip on my
like I don't like you would think
small dick over there
that if I go I don't know like fried chicken. Like, I'm gonna eat fucking the half bucket of 8 pieces, so it's 4 pieces. No, I eat 2 pieces, like a normal.
Yeah, no, I'm usually pretty good. Like KFC. Usually when I go, I get a bucket, just because like I'm not gonna eat the entire bucket in one sitting, but I'll parcel it out throughout the week. Like I do like KFC, but that is one of those things that I have since I started my diet in November. I have not had KFC.
I hadn't had it in a while, but I did have fried chicken.
Yeah,
but, I just like the strips. Like I like Raising Cane's. I tell you, like I usually don't get chicken from places. Like it's not something that I crave. But those chicken strips on Raising Cane's are worth it.
Yeah. Well, maybe if I come and visit you, we can go to Raising Cane's together.
Yeah, you can sleep on the suite that has no furniture.
You don't have a couch?
No, I don't have any fucking furniture, bro.
God damn it. We'll get a fucking couch and I'll come and visit you.
Okay. I mean,
Or
we
you
can
can come and visit me. We got a guest room, so you can sleep on an actual bed.
That would be cool.
You should. We should at some point actually hang out
We should
together.
meet like in the Midwest. Like we should go to Kansas or some shit like that.
Why the fuck would we go to the Midwest? I'm
We
You're
can go to
Mexican and I'm
Chicago.
a white guy from New
W-
York. We're not going to do well in
I
Kansas.
think we will do good in Chicago.
Chicago. Hey, Kristen's there. We can go visit Kristen.
Yeah. That was not.
No, let's not tell her that we went to Chicago. We'll just
We
show
just
up at
knock
her
at
door.
her door and he's like,
And be like,
"Who the
we're
fuck?
here.
Oh,
Surprise,
we're here
motherfucker."
for the interview."
we from the documentary. We came to the interview.
Yeah.
It's like Geraldo. We'll just be up against the door, or Chris Hansen would be like, "Can you?" Oh my God, we get John in on this, and basically Kristen comes home and we walk out. Like Chris Hansen was like, "Can you take a seat? We have to talk to you about something."
Oh, we just like she's walking through her door and we just walk out with a camera and a mic. I'm holding the camera.
TMZ style. What do you have to say about Take 3? She'd be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here?" I know where they live because I have their address because I send Cara a birthday card every year, so I know where they live.
There you go. So what are you doing tomorrow?
Get on a fucking plane to Chicago.
Fuck yeah.
What would
Fuck
you
my
do?
dad's birthday.
Yeah, we're not actually doing that. What am I kidding? Kristen doesn't watch this. She might, but we're not going to do that, obviously. But talking about, weight loss, I was watching some old videos. As we know, we watched a horrible moment where I made myself. I do feel like I'm getting skinnier in my face compared to some older stuff. I do feel like.
You know what I watched yesterday? I watched GoldenEye.
I saw that. I saw you
I
watch
liked it.
GoldenEye.
I liked it.
So are you? Wait. You watched? Did you watch GoldenEye or Goldfinger?
No. Oh no, it's Goldfinger.
There you go. Because I was like on Letterboxd, I saw you watched Goldfinger.
It's Goldfinger.
Goldfinger. That's my favorite Sean Connery.
It's different. Out of the first three, it's definitely it's because I'm trying to complete my Letterboxd watch list because I want to get.
Are you gonna watch all the Bond movies?
Yeah, they're on my watch list.
Dude, when you finish that, we're gonna have a big old discussion on that.
Oh, but I'm probably not gonna finish it in that next year, bro. But I'm trying.
Hey, me
I'm gonna start. What's
next? Them all in 6 months.
What follows? What's next after that one?
So after
it's Dr. No from Russia with Love.
So it's Dr. No from Russia with Love, Goldfinger. Then it's Thunderball.
Which is good. Was it good?
Yes, Thunderball. It's okay. Then it's You Only Live Twice, which the final act is great, but the rest of the movie is it does have the best Blofeld. Then that's when it switches over to George Lazenby's One and Done on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and then it goes back for Connery's.
Wait! I was gonna look that up yesterday, but I was like, later. Why didn't he continue as Bond?
Oh, George Lazenby?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a great story because he had the worst manager in the world who told him not to do any more Bond movies because it's kind of a passe thing and it's not going to have much of a future. So that's why he didn't do it. Because his manager basically told him there's no future in James Bond. Which, okay, look. In retrospect, it's the worst fucking advice you can give someone. But at the time, it was just some movies with Sean Connery. It's not like nowadays where it's this, like they were big movies, but it's not like nowadays where it's this massive franchise. And so it's like,
I think that Daniel Craig put them. Look, I haven't watched. I think I watched the Pierce Brosnan was, or like.
Well, they were on TV at the time when we were growing up because they were.
Yeah, TV as a kid, like nothing more. Like I don't have a lot of memory.
Yeah.
But I think the Daniel Craig ones really put the Bond films like on an event. They make them an event.
Yeah.
Especially Skyfall.
Don't fucking wonder. Well, that's because it was the 50th anniversary.
Yeah, so Skyfall put like it make them an event, and then will Spectre and No Time to Die roll over, and
Yeah, but I mean, an event. I
do
just
you,
like the character.
do you like No Time to Die?
I like the first two acts of it, but the
You don't
ending,
like one?
the end. Me and Manning. You can hear all my thoughts about not just the Daniel Craig movies, but all the movies. Yeah, but me and Manning. If you guys are watching this, we reviewed every Bond movie, went actor by actor. There's a playlist on the channel, and then we ranked all the movies. So go check it out. But I like it. I thought it was good, but it's one of those movies where it's like the fucking ending. Like it just to me, it's like
What you don't like that he dies?
yeah, because James Bond that's not the character. James Bond is the guy who he gets out of every situation, maybe by the skin of his teeth, mate, but like that's who he is. And it felt to me, as someone who, is up to date on my, you know, movie, like, the movie making world thing, it felt not so much this is what the story's been building to. It way more felt like Daniel Craig being like, I don't want to do this shit anymore, so you're killing me off so I never have to come back again. That's what, dude, because look, everyone who loves these movies would like to forget there is an interview with Daniel Craig where someone asked him after Spectre about coming back and doing more Bond movies, and he said, I would rather slash my hoops than do another one.
And then $50 million changes your.
Well, that's what I said. They backed up. I think it was a combination of they gave him a shitload of money, and I bet you there was a contract where he said, I die at the end of this movie, so you can't make any more with me. And it just, to me, it's like, it in order to appease an actor who isn't even that good as James Bond, I'm sorry, like, to just appease him, they completely ignored who the character has been for 60 years,
I can see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I did enjoy the movie. I just don't like the villain. I think Rami
Oh
Malek
my
is the
god,
villain.
yeah, and the villain was
That doesn't.
so
Yeah,
dude.
that
Daniel
doesn't work.
Craig is some of the worst fucking villains. Because Quantum of Solace, that guy is just pure fucking shit. And then you have Spectre, not really that memorable of a fucking well, Blofeld, but he's just not really that good. Like I like, and now the
I,
actor's name is escaping me. I like him, but like they just didn't. And then they try to have
Christoph
that
Waltz.
Christoph Waltz, and they try to have that weird like we're brothers like thing, which just didn't work for me. And then you have Mads Mikkelsen, who I don't think he's that good.
You don't like Matt Mikkelsen? Oh fuck.
Dude, he's a great actor, but I'm just like, also like he's a Bond villain, but James Bond doesn't even kill him. Some random ass dude just fucking kills him, and that's it.
It's good. I mean,
I
it's just
will say Javier
Casino Royale is
Bardem
a
in
great movie.
Skyfall, fantastic.
Casino Royale is a great movie. That's the thing.
I will say this about Casino Royale. That movie had an actor who was playing a role, and had a director who directed it, and a screenplay that was written by a writer. That is what I don't really like that movie.
Why?
So
The
interesting.
actor was Martin Campbell. I don't know who wrote it.
Dude, fucking
The
Martin
director.
Campbell directed my favorite Bond movie, which is GoldenEye. So it's not. It's to me. The movie. So first thing is I hate the fucking fourth act. I really dislike the fourth act to where it's like he literally just became a 00, and now all of a sudden he's like, I'm not. Fucking small dick people over here with the motorcycles. He's like, oh, I'm not in MI6 anymore because I got. Well, all right, fine. I get you got Eva Green, but then it's like I don't. There are very few movies that do fourth acts that I actually like. Aliens is like the only one that comes to mind to where I'm like, that is a fourth act, but it's fantastic. But the movie itself, like, I don't like his depiction of Bond, which is a big thing. He just, because he doesn't really act like James Bond, like I'm totally fine with, again, the books have a darker edge, but I think Timothy Dalton had a much better dark edge Bond that still kind of had fun with it. Like he doesn't seem like he's having fun ever. Like I said, I didn't really find Mads Mikkelsen to be that threatening of a villain. And that's like a big thing. If your villain's not a threat, then it's like, what's even the point? You know, like yeah, we all know James Bond is gonna win, but like, you still want to think maybe he won't. Um, yeah, just overall the movie is just kind of to me. But and I'm not trying to be mean when I say this, but I think for a lot of people that was their introduction to James Bond, and beyond, like especially people around our age, like not No Time to Die Another Day came out in 2002, so we were what 5
4
6
years.
yeah 4 5 when that came out. So like maybe if your dad or mom were big Bond people, you saw in theaters and you saw, but like you know, for like you and me said,
What's the one with Halle Berry?
that is the one with Halle Berry.
I'm pretty sure that was the first one I watched.
But you know, but we, for the most part, you and I, we grew up with TV. That was our James Bond. So Casino Royale, that was our first experience with it in theaters. And for a lot of people who, you know, if a movie's made before the fucking year they were born, what's the point of watching it? That was sort of their introduction to James Bond in general. And so I think people are always a little bit higher just because of that. And they just, and again, I'm not trying to mean when I say that, but it's just because you get people who are like, oh, you should really watch like Goldfinger, and they're like, oh no, that movie's from the fucking 1960, and Sean Connery is just a fucking weirdo creep. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
Look, there were moments in the movie when I was watching that I laughed my ass off of how, can we call it, ridiculous it can be sometimes.
Yeah, but it's a fun kind of ridiculous.
But yeah,
but
I don't hold it against it.
But
since
also
it's a
the
movie from
movie
1960.
recognizes it. Dude, I'm sorry. Pussy Galore's introduction scene is later. She's like, I am Pussy Galore. And Sean Connery just goes, I must be dreaming. Like, it knows it's absurd, but it's just like, hey, let's just have fun with the absurdity, all right? Let's just do that.
Yeah, and
fucking
like
Goldfinger gets sucked out a goddamn window. That's how that movie ends.
yeah, and the lady painted in gold, like
yeah, and that's how she dies, because it's from suffocation, which is not a real thing. They made that up. That's not a real thing. That if you paint your whole body, you'll die. But again, it works. And again, it's I kind of compare that to, have you ever seen Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze?
What?
Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. Have you ever seen that movie?
Fucking great movie.
Like, yeah, but it does get absurd. But the fact is that the actors are taking it seriously enough that you also do that. It does sometimes kind of wink and nod and go, yeah, this is a little silly, but they're taking it seriously enough that it doesn't become, oh, this is so dumb. Like, it's fun. But, and that's my other thing is, fucking none of the Daniel Craig movies are really fun. Like, they take themselves way too seriously that you don't just get to have fun. You don't have fun watching it.
That's the... I know Casino Royale came before and Quantum of Solace. I think that's a Dark Knight effect.
Oh no, Batman Begins did. Batman Begins, hugely, they were like, all right, so this is what we're doing. We're doing what Warner Bros. is doing with Batman. We're
but like Batman,
Skyfall.
But the Dark Knight was more popular.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's why if you watch Skyfall, that is hugely influenced by Dark Knight. Like Javier Bardem, like all this, like I have all these plans and everything. Like the train's gonna fucking blow up, and I'm gonna. It's like that is literally.
It's Sam Mendes doing Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, you know, which it's like, look, James, you know, and it's like, yeah, like, and look, I've made it no secret that I'm not really a big fan of The Dark Knight. Like,
no, but I think the film itself had a huge impact of how blockbusters are taken, dude.
What?
You know, like seriously, like superheroes, let's take them seriously. There's not a lot of ridiculousness in camp.
Okay.
In like action blockbusters.
Okay. As we pause the Bond discussion to talk about The Dark Knight, my issue is when people talk about it as being the greatest comic book movie of all time, they always talk about how it's nothing like a comic book. And I'm like, then how the fuck is it the best at being something if you're saying it's nothing like that? Like, because I'm just saying, can I say that Silence of the Lambs is the best rom-com of the 90s because it's nothing like a rom-com should be? No, because it's not a fucking rom-com. It's a thriller.
Dude, the
It's
Dark
not,
Knight.
dude.
That,
All everybody talks about, oh, it's like Heat. It's like Heat. It's like, yeah, and Heat's not a fucking comic book. You want to be a cop drama, you want to do all that, fine, but then you can't sit there and say that it's, because when you say it is the best of insert genre, you're saying it is the best representation of this genre, and somehow this movie that everyone talks about how it's nothing like comic book, then how is it the best?
what's the best comic book movie of all time? Just give me one answer.
Okay, are you asking my personal
Best?
opinion
No,
or?
best.
Because like there's my personal opinion, but
Best.
all right, if I had to say what the best is, I off the top of my head, taking my personal feelings out of it, the Avengers, because I think it takes itself seriously,
I
but
just
it also
wanna
has
I
fun.
wanna know I don't know I wanna know what are we measuring the Dark Knight to
I'm sorry,
about comic book movies.
what'd you say?
What are we measuring up to? Like if the Dark Knight is here, the Avengers has to be here.
Yeah, but the fucking Dark Knight wouldn't even be fucking here. And
What's
look,
your personal opinion?
on the Dark Knight,
No, on the best comic movie of all time. It's Dick Tracy.
dude, no, my personal favorite is Superman the movie, but I understand that as a personal love, and I can still defend it as being the best. But I just think I said Avengers just because I feel like it's because of when it came out. Because again, Superman movie was the first one to do it. I think that kind of like how I feel like Top Gun is the best 80s action movie. Like I feel like it's very representative of where the genre was at that point. I'm talking about Avengers here. I think it was very representative of where the genre was at that point, taking its cues from, Superman the movie, and it wraps it up to where it takes itself seriously enough, but it also allows you to have fun. It is wacky and silly while also having a seriousness to it, and that's what I think a comic book movie should be. They're called comic books. There should be moments of absurdity mixed with, which that movie does. The whole fucking New York fight is just like, wow, this is insane and crazy. But then you get Tony's, almost sacrifice, and you're like, nah, man, like I feel this. Like this is rough, and you have great moments like Captain America taking on Loki. Like that's that whole scene is, where you have the old German guy who stands up, who does that bow, and and he's like, there will always be men like you. And then fucking Cap hops down because it's like this perfect moment of like this old man who like probably is Jewish and dealt with all the stuff in Germany. And then it's like the guy who was also there, who stood as a symbol against this stuff, is back to be like, and again, he says it right there, where he's like, the last time I was in Germany and there was a man, like tried to stand on top of people. We didn't get along too well. Like shit like that is great. And then you have Thor versus Iron Man, which is another great just moment of just, what is this? Shakespeare in the Park? Doth mother know you weareth her drapes? I just think that movie is really incredible. I think it is very representative of all the good things that the genre can be, because it's not too wacky and silly like say Batman and Robin, but it's not too ultra serious like say Batman Begins. It's a nice, or even Winter Soldier or something like it's a nice medium point between them, like comic books. And I think The Dark Knight is a fine main movie. I see the similarities between Heat, but it's not very representative of the genre, because it tries too hard to be a cop drama. And he succeeds in that. But he doesn't succeed in having it be a comic book movie. As Jason Inman once said on the Cinephiles episode on The Dark Knight, I like a little comic in my comic book movies.
I think so, a comic book movie. And people I
Hey,
mean,
hey,
it think it's just like, dude. I always see Batman as like this guy dresses a bat.
I updated my Batman rankings. If
It's
you want to
kind
see
of
those,
ridiculous. I want to
hey,
see that.
yeah. All right, here you go, guys. So this is everybody fucking can hate
Don't
me.
explain. Let me see them and I'll and
Here we go. Here's the list.
okay. So you're an asshole.
This is my personal list.
First, why the fuck you have returns so low?
So, fun thing, I spent the last couple of days, I watched every Batman movie from 89 to 98. I didn't put Sub-Zero in here, I probably need to. And I rewatched Returns since the first time I've watched Returns in a really long time. That movie, Keaton is still amazing. He's still my favorite Batman, but that movie did not hold up for me. It Gotham,
It's a
it's
product
so
of its time.
tiny. It's so small. Like it's literally just that one like town square. And you're
It
coming
was
off
like
89, which was this amazing, incredible like art deco and you know, and then also I don't like the fact that Batman is like a second tier character in a Batman movie. Like I don't like that. Batman should be the focal point. And again, you watch the 89 Batman movie, it's like, yeah, Jack Nicholson is great and he's big, but like Batman is still the center of that story. Whereas
I
here,
haven't watched the first one in years.
but here, the villains are the center of the story, and that's not how a Batman movie should be. Walken is he's just a stock boring corrupt businessman. Penguin, he's a bit too weird for me. I think the whole him running for mayor. I love how it's a reference to the 1966 show, but like comes out of nowhere. It's weird. And Pfeiffer is okay, but like they just take Catwoman a bit too literally, and I
I
literally
do have a problem with it.
and the thing is for me too. I literally Mauler a couple months ago played Arkham City, and I played the game, but I was watching his playthrough and I was like, man, that game has the Catwoman that I like that, and that's not Pfeiffer. And so unfortunately, also just a little annoyance. Literally, almost every fucking scene in this movie is set during the day. Why the fuck is a Batman movie set during the day? He's Batman. Shit should be set at night, not during the first fight scene with the Red Triangle circus game. It's like broad daylight, and it's like that doesn't fucking fit whatsoever.
How the fuck you can have Batman and Robin above any of them?
Okay, because it's rewatchability. I rewatched this movie, and you know what? I really fucking like it. And I will rewatch it more than the ones I have below it. Except for maybe this one, but that's just because of this guy right up here, Keaton. I like that movie. I'm sorry.
I do wonder. I think Return's still my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I really like Matt Reeves Batman.
I don't, but I probably need to rewatch it.
I then will put Returns, Matt Reeves Batman,
Yeah, do you want to do your
Rises.
own? Okay, so you're doing. So this is your number one. Do you want to do
No,
your
so
own
Returns is my
ranking?
number one.
Okay, wait. Do you want to do your own ranking?
Just like edit your list. Just don't save changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, let's pull this back. So for you,
Put it in squares.
what?
Put it on squares. On
What the
sort
fuck is
by
squares?
on the top,
Oh, okay.
so the
Oh,
people, the audience can see it.
oh, I have not. I didn't even know this was a thing you could do. I'm so used to
Okay,
doing my
so
list like this. But
yeah,
okay, so your
I
so
will put
Returns is
Returns
your number
first.
one.
I will put Matt Reeves Batman at
Okay,
second.
then this one here.
On third, no, I'll put the Dark Knight on third.
Okay.
I'll put Rises.
Excuse me. All right. Going to put begins.
No, leave Batman the
Okay.
89.
The 89.
Then Begins.
Have you seen Mask of the Phantasm, or should I just
Yes,
read it? Okay.
I'll put Mask of the Phantasm after.
Okay. So.
I love Ben Affleck's Batman, but I don't love any of those movies.
Okay. So
I'll
are
put
they
Batman.
above or below the Schumacher movies? Because
No, below
that's what you have.
above the Schumacher.
Okay, so then we're gonna do. But which one is it?
Yeah,
BVS
like
and then Justice League.
yeah.
Okay,
I
and then what
I've
about
I, I've grown to like B, B, BVS.
BVS?
Yeah,
I love that movie.
I feel
And then
my list other than returns. It's kind of a
mhm.
basic bitch list.
I mean, maybe a little. My list is certainly not a basic bitch list. That's for
Yeah, no, your list is an
that's for
asshole
certain.
list.
What is my list?
An asshole.
Why? Because I
Because you're an
don't. Oh,
asshole.
because I don't conform to what everyone else does.
No, because you're wrong.
Oh, why am I wrong?
Because you're wrong. Because I'm saying so.
Oh, okay. Well, you're like my sister. We were talking about Batman and Robin yesterday, and she's like, "Why is it like your fucking thing to just be different from everyone else?" I was like, "I don't know."
Because you're an asshole.
Well, because she was watching the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and she didn't really like Homecoming. She's like, "I feel like I need to watch Robert Pattinson's Batman so I can remember what a manly like superhero is supposed to be." And I was like, "Why don't you just watch Ben Affleck Batman?"
It's because Ben Affleck at Batman is awesome. He's just not in that good of movies.
I disagree, but
No, but like they're fine. They're mediocre.
I
All
love
right
those movies
films.
very much. But
But like
that's
if
me.
you would have put Ben Affleck interpretation
Mm-hmm.
like on Matt Reeves Batman, kind of like of
Mm-hmm.
course they have to be different. I think they would have been like better fucking films.
Like if they could have done the solo Batman movie.
Yeah, if they could have, if Ben
Yeah.
Affleck would have directed
No,
that
I wish
solo,
they could have. I
I
really wish
truly
they would have.
think we would have gotten the best Batman film of all time.
Look, me and my brother had a huge argument about Ben Affleck versus Christian Bale the other week when I was at his apartment. Like a
Well,
massive
it's Christian
argument.
Bale has no presence dude, as Batman.
Dude, he's like he gets duped all the fucking time. Like he's just very
He's good. He does a
he's a
good
great
job.
actor. I really like him in Batman Begins. That movie I love, and I love like the different levels of Bruce Wayne he has to play. But then like starting Dark Knight, he's just so. And what's also annoying about that character is just like how like the second he becomes Batman, he's just trying to figure out ways to not be Batman. It's like, homie, you fucking picked to be this. No one told you to do this. You chose to do this. And he's making it seem like it's other people's fucking faults. You know, like, I'm only Batman because of you fuckers. And it's like, no, you're Batman because you wanted to be.
Because you Trump, you have a
You
big
fucking
ass.
chose to.
You,
You know, you can and again, look, Batman Forever deals with this. Like that's the whole arc of Batman Forever is Bruce feeling like being Batman is something he's doing just as like a guilt trip. Like he's like, I have to be this because of what happened to my parents, and then realizing that at the end that like, no, Batman is a part of me. I'm choosing again. That's the last conversation he has with Riddler, to where he's like, why can't I kill you? He's like, he's like, you see, at word, I am, both Bruce Wayne and Batman, not because I have to be, but now because I choose to be. Like that's the whole
I
arc
think
of
on
that.
the next Batman film they should add like a therapy session.
Well, he fucking dates a psychologist in that movie who helps him deal with his shit.
No, but we get like on the next movie, on the second Man Reeves movie.
Oh, you mean hold on.
Oh, I don't. I know the point you're trying to make. I'm just gonna mute until you fucking end your beat. I wanna mute my headphones. Just do a signal when you finish.
No, I want you to hear this. I'm all depressed. I'm all depressed because my parents died. I'm all depressed now. No, Abe, you need to listen to this, man. I'm depressed. Look at my
I
fucking
told you
hair.
I was gonna mute myself.
You think?
I cannot hear you. Do a signal when you finish. Okay, that's the signal.
Well, you fucking ruined the whole bit if you weren't listening.
Yeah, I wasn't listening. I told
I
you.
was just talking about how depressed. That's you fucking. It's like a fucking emo child,
Well,
dude. Also, you know what's
if your
terrible in that
friends
movie?
were, I do like all the depictions of Batman, like had their origin story. I do like them because it's like, what would happen to a kid that his parents get murdered from him, and
Mm-hmm.
he was raised by his butler and was a millionaire?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Of
Robert
course, that
Rule
would happen.
does say it in Batman when he's talking to Vicky Vale. He goes, "What do you suppose something like this does to a kid?"
Yeah, like real
No,
fucked up.
you messed up. You fucked up mentally. That's the whole fucking point.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
like he's not a
but
mentally stable
look.
character.
You know what? I really don't like fucking Alfred. Like, I hate how like literally the whole movie is just like Bruce being like shitty to Alfred, and then they like bait his death,
In
and you're
what
supposed
movie?
to like the Batman, the Matt
Okay.
Reeves one, and it's like, but then you're supposed to like give a shit when Alfred might die, and I'm like, why? Like the only reason why I have cared is because I've been a Batman fan since I was a kid and I know their relationship. But based solely off this movie, if Alfred died, I'd be like, and why is this a big deal?
I think that's a benefit. It works for films, and it doesn't work for films of like franchises that have been going for a long time.
It's the Uncle Ben thing with the Tom Holland movies. The reason why they don't reference him at all is because they're like, well, we assume you've seen all the other Spider-Man stuff, so you should know this part of his origin. And it's like,
Yeah, yeah. So
nope, because there's
it's
a
a line to play with.
well, no, because it's like, look, you can't do that because you're taking away vital parts of these characters' history. It's like, dude, okay, so 1989 movie shows the death of the Waynes. So going based off this logic that these people try to throw at me about the Tom Holland movies, so because the 89 Batman movie showed you the death of the Waynes I talked about, that means from now on, every other Batman movie, you never once mention Thomas and Martha Wayne and their death. You never talk about how his parents were shot in front of him. No. Because it's vitally important bit. Because the Ben Affleck movie showed the death of Matt Murdock's dad. That means the Netflix series, nope. No mention of Jack Murdock dying. Nope. None of that. It's like, no. Superman the movie, show Krypton blown up. That means we never speak about Krypton or Jor-El or any of that. Like, you hear how stupid that is to say. Again, I've said it before. You don't need to recreate the death scene. But like fucking have a moment where he talks about Uncle Ben and being like, I fucked up. Like, you had a perfect moment in Civil War. Like, just have him talk to Tony about that. Just be like, my uncle died because of me, because of the choices I made. Like, fucking do it. Like, dude, fucking Aunt May. You wouldn't fucking believe that her husband recently passed away the way she acts in those movies. She acts like a woman who lost her husband of many years.
I think they try to do something different, and on the on the fourth installment, they're gonna deal with May's death as it was Ben's
Well,
death.
that's what they're doing. Is
They're doing that. They didn't have that plan from the beginning. Of
no,
course,
they did not have that planned. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, but again, it goes back to my problem that he's Iron Man Jr. He's not Spider-Man in those movies. Like he doesn't the pathos of that character is completely fucking lost in those films. Again, like I said, even fucking dude, I'm sorry, I saw The Amazing Spider-Man a couple of weeks ago. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I mean. Fucking there's still that great scene where Sally Field is talking to Peter and she's like, I can't do this without Ben. Because, yeah, there's this crazy fucking thing to where people are married and loved her and then someone fucking gets murdered. That is about, you literally, watching those movies, not knowing anything, you wouldn't know that Aunt May is a widow. Like, you would not know Aunt May is a widow whatsoever. You would not know that she's a widow.
Yeah.
Like, the way she's sort of kind of flirting with Tony in Civil War, and then just like literally, there's not even a fucking picture of Uncle Ben. How like
Maybe he
how?
doesn't even exist, bro.
Oh, he does. He does.
I know. They mention him on the fucking.
Oh no. I mean, you haven't seen the. I'm really surprised you haven't seen this.
Maybe I have, but I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I'm really surprised you haven't. He's there. See, there's Uncle Ben right there. He's like, Uncle Ben exists. Hey, look, they never said it's not true. So fucking Joe Pesci.
Dude, fucking Marissa Tomei. That movie was fucking 30 years ago, and she looks like.
Dude, she looks fucking great, man. She's amazing that way.
Dude,
but I'm saying,
look, I know Joe Pesci was probably like 50 in that movie, and now he looks like.
Yeah, he looks so fucking old, man. And
yeah,
it's so weird because like
I mean, he's an 80-year-old man, but
no. But what I'm saying is like, so you see him in Raging Bull in 80, and then he kind of looks the same for
although we took
Goodfellas and Home Alone and My Cousin Vinny and Casino. But then he just fucking, you watch him in fucking The Irishman, you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, I know it's just age, and I know that like sometimes it just catches up with you. Like some people, it's just like that's it. They kind of looked away for a while, and then it just fucking.
I think if we would have, because he wasn't acting for a long time, so if we would have watched the change gradually.
I guess that's probably it. Like with De Niro, you've seen him age. Like he looks older, but you've seen him gradually age. Yeah, I guess that's not... You know what? You're right. That's probably it. I think if he had, it's like Gene Hackman. You see pictures of Gene Hackman now, like his daughter posts that picture, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, but isn't Gene Hackman like 90?
He's like 90. And then, but again, I think it's that thing. I think it's like you have these actors that were just acting for so long, and then they just went away, which is totally fine. And then you see them, and they're like 80, 90 years old, and you're like, what the fuck
like
happened?
Clint Eastwood, that motherfucker is 96.
Who?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Like Clint Eastwood was already ready to die when I was born. And I think I'm more ready to die now than him.
Yeah. He's like, I just want to give up, but I can't. I do.
Yeah, that motherfucker was doing.
Dude, Clint Eastwood, look, when he does die, his son's gonna like star in the biopic of his life, and it's going to be a fascinating film. Well, no, if you've seen his son Scott Eastwood, he looks just like him.
Yeah, he looks
like that's what I'm saying. Like he will star, but I'm saying because like beyond just an actor, like he was like mayor of a town in California. Like he's
really.
Yeah, Scott Eastwood talks about this when he was on Joe Rogan. He was mayor of a town for, I think he did 2 terms. So he did like 8 years. He was mayor of this town in California, wherever he lives. Well, then there's also a story he tells about his dad being in the army and how like maybe it was Vietnam or maybe not, but something about like basically he was on this plane and it like crashed. And that like prevented him from really being sent overseas to where he could have died. And then he's on Rawhide and then he does the spaghetti Western movies and all that. Fascinating person. But yeah, no.
When you have such a long life with so much success through all that, how you're not going to be fascinating,
Yeah, no, exactly. It'd be very difficult to be around for that long, to be consistently working for that long, and to not be kind of interesting.
No, dude, and relevant. He's still relevant.
Oh, yeah, Clint, dude, you go up to people and you can still quote Clint Eastwood lines and be like, who said this? Like, you feel lucky, do you? Punk. You're like, which actor said that line in a movie? Like, they may not know it's Dirty Harry, but they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's Clint Eastwood. You show them a picture of him from the Man of No Name trilogy, and you're like, who is this? Oh, that's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, he's been fucking, from the 60s?
Yeah, from the 60s.
Let's say 4 generations. Maybe he's not as current as right now.
No, he's not current as he used to be, but to still, like, be
Dude,
relevant.
still like probably his last biggest film was American Sniper. That's like
Yeah,
one of the highest grossing films in the history
no, but
of that
you
year.
know, yeah, but that's
83 million
amazing.
opening weekend for a film about
Yeah.
military
I-
that has a fake baby.
oh yeah, that's a horrible fake baby. It's so bad. It's so terrible. It's like, why couldn't you just use a real baby? Like you have a
Because
real baby in the
so
movie.
they had two babies scheduled, but one didn't show up because I don't know why
Oh,
one
okay.
was sick. So
Oh,
they
okay.
they
Because I'm
did
like,
have a backup, and
wait,
the
wait,
worst
wait.
thing is that Bradley Cooper tries to move the hand.
Oh, yeah. Also, but it just looks so shitty. It's like, why didn't you just go to a Toys R Us and just buy a fucking baby doll? It probably would have done a lot better for you.
Yeah.
The proportion of it at least would have looked real, because that literally just looks like you took a fucking like small melon and put it on like a cardboard tube. It's
No,
so
it's a baby though. You
it's
can see the
weird.
doll.
Speaking of Bradley Cooper, I don't know why I just randomly. What do you think his best performance is? We're just hopping all the fuck around here.
Star is Born.
I have not seen that movie in totality, but he was good in the part I saw. For me, it's Silver Linings Playbook. I still think that's his best.
No, yeah, Star is Born. It's like fuck.
Silver Linings
It's so
Playbook
good.
is so fucking good. Unquote.
I love movie.
What
You
the
know what I
fuck?
really like him too? It's not in American Hustle. Have you watched
Mhm.
American Hustle?
Yeah.
Like the character he plays, it's just fun. He's just really fun in it.
Yeah, he is. I haven't seen that since it came out.
Yeah, I have me
I was
neither.
one of those with like a really like just not weird, but just like an I never would have put all these actors together in a movie like Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, Amy Adams, Jennifer Lawrence. I was like, that is Jeremy
Dude,
Renner. I think is
I
in there.
mean, yeah,
I was
I
like,
know
it's just a
David O.
weird fucking
Russell.
smattering of people.
David O. Russell is an asshole,
Yeah.
but that guy can get a performance
Did
out of
David
acting.
Russell do Silver Linings Playbook?
He did Silver the Fighter too,
Oh, that's right. Fire's a great movie.
American Hustle, and
Oh, wait a
David,
second. Now that I know he did both Silver Linings Playbook and The Fighter, now that mashing of people doesn't seem that weird because it's literally
yeah, it's just
you
the
have the
two
two
first
leads from
cast.
Silver Linings Playbook, and then you have the two supporting like male and female lead from The Fighter. You just don't have Mark Wahlberg in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, okay, now it's actually not that weird. It's David O.
Yeah,
Russell had his people.
yeah,
Jennifer
because
Lawrence, that was one of those to where she won the Oscar. But like, what's weird for me is like, how old was she when she did Silver Linings Playbook? She was only
23,
like,
26, I think.
yeah, but American Hustle, she I don't know what it maybe it's something that hair like and makeup, but like she seems like a 30-year-old woman, which is odd. Because Silver Linings Playbook, she seems like a sort of not young woman, but like semi-young.
I mean, they're a year apart, dude.
Yeah, but that's what
I
I'm
mean, it's the
saying.
makeup. It's the makeup.
I think
It's
it's
because the
that.
hairstyle, the time. So
Yeah.
Silver Linings Playbook is more modern,
Yeah.
and American Hustle takes place in the
Well,
70s.
she talked about that. Silver Linings Playbook is like I think the character's written to be older, but I think they just liked her. Because like especially with like the husband thing, they're like, like how long were they actually married for? But I still think it.
Dude, it's because I
Her.
mean, Jennifer Lawrence. I don't. People hated on her for a
I'm
while.
just that crazy lady.
No, but dude, that woman,
Mhm.
when she turns on the engine, she's fucking up.
Oh,
She's
she's
amazing,
fantastic.
dude. It's great. She's crazy talented.
Hmm. No,
In
she really is.
anything you watch her, crazy talented.
Yeah, no, she's again. That's why I think she deserved that Oscar. Because you know what? It's funny. Despite the age, you do actually feel that like her husband died, and she did just kind of just get sent
Yeah,
down
it's
this like
crazy how
spiral.
somebody that
Well,
drunk can channel
fucking
those emotions.
dude, or even fucking that scene near the end of the movie when Bradley Cooper's ex is there and she's talking to her, she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, you basically like you know how I feel about him. Why the fuck did you bring her here? Like, you bitch." And you're like, you feel bad for her because you're like, God damn, girl. Nah, for real, sister. What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, people were comparing her to Meryl Streep early in her career, which I don't know, but
I don't know about that, but that's also because Meryl Streep is, kind of one of those like, what? not once in,
Dude,
but
Meryl Streep is the
she's
best film actress that has ever lived. Actress or actor. And I wouldn't argue. I truly believe that.
don't know if I can agree with you on that one.
The level of versatility that a woman has, it's incredible.
I don't know, man. There's another actor that I think has way
Who?
more versatility.
Actor or actress?
Actor.
Who?
Oh, you would know him. Let's
Oh,
just
Harrison
say
Ford?
he's on my wall back here.
There's no way you
Sylvester
believe that.
Stallone, he can do it all, man. Musicals, he did Rhinestone. Comedies, he did Oscar. He does it all, man. He spans the generations. He spans it all. Most I do. No, I do love Stallone, and I don't think he gets enough credit for actually being like a fucking damn good actor. As far as like the greatest of all time, I've never actually said I had a conversation with a friend about this at work once. We didn't do overall, we just said actor, and we both kind of came to the conclusion of Tom Hanks. Because Tom Hanks is like pretty much every genre he does, he's successful at, like comedy, drama, like he succeeds at it all, but it doesn't like you watch okay, so like you watch him in something like Forrest Gump, and he completely sells that character, and you feel that, and it is this, it's this simple guy who just, seeks to see simple things in life and whatever. You totally believe it. But then you also watch him in Catch Me If You Can, which is this like kind of manic like dude, and you believe it. And then you watch like Road to Perdition. If I'm thinking, or am I confusing it with a normal movie?
And he isn't that. He's
Yeah,
villain.
like, and you completely believe this like dark like gangster or character, like he, and he can jump from each one. Like he can do he can do Big in Philadelphia right around the same time, and it doesn't feel cheapened. It doesn't, but yeah, of all time, I think it's just hard because it really does.
I mean,
like,
it's gonna be
obviously,
hard to go back to the 40s and 50s and 60s for us.
well, because Jimmy Stewart's a fucking incredible actor, and you can't not
Yeah, dude, it's like
include Jimmy
best,
Stewart in a
like
discussion about
if
greatest
you go
of all time.
best performance of all time, it's like
Oh, best performance of all time is Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life.
I don't know
I will
about
hear
that.
no debates.
I haven't thought about that one, but with Meryl Streep, those it's a punchline at this point that she got nominated again. But dude,
Yeah.
but when you watch
No, she
fucking
deserves it. She deserves
yeah, when you watch Into the Woods, you're like, fuck, this woman's so good.
No, I'm not disagreeing with the stream. I just haven't even really given it that much thought, because that is, if you're going to say the best of all time, you do have to start stretching back to the Jimmy Stewarts and the
the
Catherine
Betty
O'Haras and all that.
Davis,
You have to really stretch far back, because you can't discredit, again, like I said, Jimmy Stewart is one of the all-time greats.
No, yeah, no question.
Like, oh, why can I not think of her name?
Clark Gable, Catherine Hepburn,
Audrey Hepburn. That was
Audrey
like,
Hepburn.
you can't just
amazing.
like, there's so fun. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I've never really thought about it, because it's like, because then there are also actors who are like incredible for like a really small span of time, and then they got kind of not as great going on. But that's also like,
who
Al Pacino, dude, fucking Al Pacino, from like the fucking Serpico days to like Godfather 2 was like, he's insane now. Like, he's insane now, and he's not as good as he used to be. But Jesus, man, Godfather and Serpico and Dog Day Afternoon, Godfather 2, you can't not say that, like, fuck, this is one of the all-time great actors.
Yeah, but also like consistency means something.
But that's what I'm saying. That, because then it's like, yeah, but then you have to start throwing in Jack and Jill and what the fuck, Gucci and House of Gucci and all this shit.
I like House of Gucci.
Dude, I didn't see the movie because I heard such shit things, but I remember when the trailer came out, I was like, fucking Al Pacino's gonna get nominated for an Oscar.
Dude, even Jared Leto, whatever it's pronounced, in that film, which
wait, hold on, he's the best. Dude, it's fucking Morbid time. Greatest actor of all time.
Talk about some, like, Jared Leto is a great actor.
Yes.
just needs a great director for him to work.
Yeah, he's one of those to where it's like if you pair him with the right person, he will be great. But if you don't, who's another one like that? I'm trying to think of someone else who like they're really dependent on the director they're working with, or else they're just not very good. I think Mark Wahlberg, like I think he's pretty good, but I do think like if you pair him with the right, like if you
I love Mark
PTA
Wahlberg.
and David O'Reilly, you put him with the right person, you're like you can get a fucking great performance out of Mark Wahlberg.
If I were to make a movie about a 40-year-old guy, any movie, my first call will be Mark Wahlberg or Matt Damon.
Okay.
Because I think they're versatile that way. Like they can range from.
I really honestly I think Mark Wahlberg is actually a little underrated. I think he really is.
Yeah, like
really
he
fucking good.
suffers
And
from that.
And you talk about versatility, like he can really turn on the drama, but he can also be like, I'm sorry, I like those daddy home movies, and he's really
Yeah, he
funny
can
in
be
them.
funny. He can, yeah. He's pretty.
And people
versatile.
are giving him shit because he wants to do more like faith-based movies, and it's like, why though?
It's because
Why are you
I
giving
think
them
sometimes actors don't get like credit when they're not a chameleon.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying they've been like giving him shit because he's talked about how he wants to do more like Fathers
Dude,
2, like
do
faith.
you watch Fathers too?
No, I've not seen it yet.
No,
Is it
you don't
good?
want to watch that shit.
Oh,
No.
it's not. It's not good.
No.
Oh,
Like I
really?
like no, dude, it's just not good. It's just not a
Oh,
good
okay.
movie.
I was actually kind of interested in seeing it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay.
But like it's.
But yeah, but
But
people are like giving him shit. I'm just like, no, I'm sorry. If you do faith-based movies, you can make a lot of fucking money. So like, maybe
yeah,
he's smart.
he had a movie coming out this year. It wasn't Dog.
Yeah,
Arthur.
no, it's I literally yeah, it's
Arthur.
like King something. Yeah, because I
Arthur the King.
Arthur the King, yeah, I heard a radio ad with Mark Wahlberg about it.
Yeah, Marvel.
Yeah, no, I think he's good. I think
Damon.
he's a bit underrated. Matt Damon, he's good too. Again, if you're talking about who the best of all time is, it's really it's hard to say because you gotta it's because of like you said, it's consistency. It sounds just like Jesus. You really have to like stretch really far back. You know, you can't just say
you have to go for 100 years.
Go basic. I mean, fuck, you gotta even go back to Chaplin with silent era. You can't even just be like, oh, with the talkies, like, and
It's
that's just
100
like
years.
it becomes so fucking. It becomes to a point to where it's like you can't even really genuinely.
It's thing about directors. Like, just put on directors. Like you have people like Spielberg, Scorsese, that have been directing since the 70s, and those still going in the 2020s.
And they're still really, really good. And Spielberg, you talk about the versatility. Motherfucker got it.
And if Held's there, they're probably gonna end up directing another film in the 2030s.
100%.
Yeah, if health is there, they're like I have no doubt.
Yeah, if they're as healthy as they are now, I can fully see come the 2030s, they're still doing some movies.
Because the other day I was looking at John Ford's filmography, right?
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker did 140 something movies.
Yeah, it's insane.
Insane number. There's like 30 films lost.
Talking about Spielberg and John Ford, I just think about that last scene from Fablemans. It's so fucking good. Where's the horizon? And in that one, the horizon's in it. If the horizon's at the bottom, it's good. If it's not, shit. Now get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like
and then I love when he's walking away and they move the camera.
Hitchcock.
Oh well, Hitchcock. Yeah,
Hitchcock was 40 years. 60 years. Oh. Almost 60 years. Okay, wait. Matthew has something. He's been called. He stands up. Seems that he's not wearing any clothing. Cloth.
Sorry about that. I had to shut my door. My dad thought we were talking too loud. But yeah, no, yeah, you have to include Hitchcock, and it's just like,
yeah, Hitchcock director like almost 60 years, I think.
Yeah, it's again. I think that's why I think these best of all time conversations are usually they're very, very, very difficult to have because it's just there's dude, movies have been
76
around
was his
for
last movie. First one was 1924, so he directed 52 years.
you know what I'm saying? It's just like there's too many fucking years and too many fucking movies. And it's also it's like is it and then it also gets into the comparisons of like is it fair to compare someone like Quentin Tarantino who has a relatively small filmography to someone like Martin Scorsese who has a really big filmography because it's just there's more if going by just averages there's more misses in Scorsese's than there are in Tarantino's, but that's because Tarantino's done 9 movies and Scorsese has done well more than 9.
Look, I haven't watched his Scorsese's filmography, dude.
Mhm.
But even the people like the other watch I watch After Hours. Have you watched After Hours?
No.
Okay, so it's this movie about this guy that is having a really rough night, right? It's a
Mhm.
comedy, like cynic kind of movie. Like it's really good. Like even though he has praise, but it's a really good film. And it's like,
Mhm.
yeah, this guy does not miss. So according to IMDb, he has directed 26 full-length films.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, it's like 80 less than Tom Ford did.
Did you
It's
say
great.
Tom Ford?
Yeah,
John Ford.
John Ford. Oh, Tom Ford. I'm thinking
Tom
about the
Ford, his
fragrance.
brother. His
No,
brother, Tom
Tom
Ford.
Ford is the guy that did Nocturnal Animals. He's
Oh,
also a
okay.
director.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, like 26 films. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. How much has Spielberg done?
I think like 33 something.
Yeah, I'll look it up right now.
Also, Scorsese has also directed documentaries. I haven't watched the documentaries, so it's hard to.
Why is it just about like this is how a pasta gets made? Oh, I'm sorry, this is how pasta gets made.
Actually, he has a movie that.
Spielberg has directed 60 movies. Or well, I guess technically, do I have to go through
No,
and
it's
count?
not 60,
No,
dude.
okay. Let me go through and count because there is some TV that he did. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hold on. Pause. Twilight Zone the movie. He directed one of the 4 segments. Does this still count?
Sure.
Okay.
He has done 39.
Oh, okay. That's 39.
39 if you count Firelight and Do.
Okay. Yeah,
With
because I
Firelight,
I
that
was count I was counting the TV movies. Well, especially you gotta count Duel because overseas it was released in theaters, and plus the only version you can see now is the theatrical version from the European
have
markets.
you watched
So
the film?
mhm. I saw it
It's
last year
really
for the
good.
first time.
Yeah, it's really good. I like.
It's it's a TV movie from the 70s, so it's a bit rough, but you watch it and you go, oh yeah, I can totally see why the producers of Jaws were like, hey, Steven Spielberg should direct this movie about this.
There's I think yeah, it's to at the beginning when there's a
Mhm.
shot like from a
Yeah, from
building.
the bumper of the car. It's just
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Fucking.
well, again, Close Encounters, I think, and even Jaws, like Spielberg, at least he hasn't really done something like that, but at least in the 70s, he really captured mundane life really well. You know,
Mhm.
like the opening of Close Encounters, where it's Richard Dreyfuss's house, and it's like, he just really captures like mundane life really, really well. You know, Jaws like that. You know, when Brody gets up and he's talking to his wife, and the kids are outside, like, and he's just driving to work. Like, it's just he really just because some movies that are trying to be set in just regular suburbia or whatever, they try to, oh, it's so whimsical, and he's just like, not this, like the fucking, like we said with Duel, it's literally just like you're stuck in traffic and you're, But again, I thought it was good. I thought it was good, and there's interesting moments. Like again, the fact that you never get to see who the truck driver is. and you never get to understand why he's doing this. But then you have these weird moments, like he helps the school bus, and you're like, interesting. Yeah.
So the last, what the fuck is Peter Jackson doing?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just like I was thinking about directors. I thought about Peter Jackson.
We
So I
know
saw a
Peter
picture.
Jackson. You want to
Yeah,
call
I
him up?
know. But dude, it's been 10 years since he directed like a feature-length film. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
well, that's also, I guess, what happens when you make a shitload of money off of Lord of the Rings. You just don't have to do
I
anything.
know he's in the visual effects industry with Weta and shit.
Hmm.
But like,
Well, I guess he did that Beatles documentary.
yeah. So and he did it like, yeah, he did documentary. I'm not saying he hasn't directed anything, but like a feature-length film.
Yeah, he hasn't done that since Battle of the Five Army. Or no, They Shall Not Grow Old. Is that, or is that a documentary?
That's
No, that's a documentary.
yeah, both of them are documentaries, bro.
Yeah, it's a documentary. So yeah, so Battle of the Five Armies. I guess that's it. I guess he just makes so much fucking money off of doing the Lord of the Rings movies that it's like, wait a second, Peter Jackson did the Lovely Bones? That was
Yes,
him?
yes.
Wow.
I
Huh.
was surprised when I saw that too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
fuck,
crazy. That's such a sad movie to watch.
mine was like, oh my god, that's right.
That's such a sad movie to watch,
I have
honestly.
never watched it.
It's
Saoirse
rough.
Ronan.
And fucking Stanley Tucci plays like the creepiest motherfucker ever.
What is it about? Since like
So it's so basic. I have to
oh,
spoil the movie.
no, I read the synopsis.
Oh, so then you know what it's about.
So who kills her?
Stanley Tucci does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Michael Imperiali's in it.
yeah. Yeah, it was a good one. Me and my mom watched it years ago on like HBO or something, and we both were like, "Oh my god, so sad."
Susan Sarandon is in it.
Yeah, Susan Sarandon plays her grandma, and she's good in it. Mark Wahlberg's good in it. Talk about him, he's good. Rachel Weisz is the mom. Whole cast is really good. It's a good movie. It's just one of those like, do you have those movies that they just like rock you so emotionally you don't want to watch them again? Because that's one of those. I got like 3 that are like that for me. The Lovely Bones is one of them.
No, I actually like crying again.
It's not. No. It's not so much crying. It's just like emotional roller coasters and just like it's hard to explain, but like Schindler's List is one of them, and Empire of the Sun is another one to where it's like I've only seen those movies once, and I'm just like, I think that's it because I just like the what they make me feel and how they like. I don't want to put myself through that again, And like Empire of the Sun has a happy ending, but it's just the whole movie is so fucking rough.
No, I don't have any. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I know. I'm just a pussy, so it's okay.
Like there's movies that I don't like how I feel, but it's not like, oh, I wouldn't like Sicario. Like Sicario makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just that's for me. It's just something about
But
Schindler's List and Empire of the Sun were just 2 movies. I'm like fantastic movies, but
I
I
mean,
don't
I
feel
would
like
never watch Fantastic Four from 2015, right?
you know what I'm talking about. I'm not
Yeah,
talking
but
about it. Just like it just made me feel like, it sent me on so many like just roller coasters and just like
I think I have it like on reverse. There's movies I don't want to rewatch because I really appreciate the first time I watch them.
you don't want to ruin it.
Yeah,
I'm
like I'm
gonna
thinking like
guess
Karen,
that.
like Arrival.
Mhm.
I love that movie and I don't want to rewatch it
Never
ever
seen it.
again.
You
Uh,
know, I'm not fully like that, but with some comedies, you do like I haven't watched The Nice Guys again since I saw it. And I think it's
really?
because I think it's because, and I own it. I think it's just because I'm afraid that it's gonna be like, is it gonna
Dude,
be as good the
I'm
second time
telling
around?
you, whenever you have time to watch it, watch it.
Watch it.
That
Okay,
movie's no, that movie I rewatch. It's one of those that I
okay.
actually watch.
Because
It's a nice guy.
I had that hard thing with Sausage Party. I remember when that movie came out, me and my 2 friends went to go and see it. We fucking loved it. We laughed. It
Yeah,
so
of
much fun.
course.
And
Of
then
course. I loved it.
it came out on Netflix, and on a Saturday morning, it's just like I'm gonna watch Sausage Party. I like did not laugh once. I was like, this
I think that
sucks.
Yeah, I think that Sausage Party was like the experience of going with your friends and laughing with your friends. That's
It's a crowd
contagious.
movie. It's a
Yeah,
crowd
it's a
movie. It's a
crowd.
movie
Yeah,
that's made for
yeah,
being
but
watched.
you watching Sausage Party by yourself at home doesn't. No, but the Nice Guys, like as I tell you, it's one of
Mhm.
those I usually rewatch, and it definitely stands.
Okay. I think I will watch it at some point
Yeah,
soon.
you liked it even more.
Yeah. That
I
it
think
was such a good movie.
I honestly think I watched it 10 times since it was released. That's a
Oh,
lot.
I can't believe we don't have a
Yeah,
sequel
because
to
when
it.
it came out, I watched it twice in theaters and I think twice at home.
I can't believe that we didn't get a sequel to it. And look, I didn't see it in theaters, so I guess I'm part of the problem,
Yes, you're part of the problem.
but man, how we did not get a sequel to it, man.
That movie is just so good. Dude.
It really is, man. She's fucking dead. No, she's fucking dead, okay? Calm down. Oh, well, have you seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? Talking about body
Yes.
cop? Dude, that movie was so fuck. That movie might have my favorite line delivery in any film ever, which is from Val Kilmer. You know, when he's like, if you looked up the word idiot in the dictionary, I'd see a picture of myself. No, the definition of the word idiot, which is what you fucking are. I figured there was an 8% chance. 8%? Who taught you math?
He has a Shane Black is doing another movie. He's working. Okay, there you go. Play Dirty. It stars Mark Wahlberg.
Oh,
That's.
really? Well, I'll probably
I'm
see it
excited
then.
about that.
Yeah.
Do you watch?
Um,
Did you watch his Predator?
no, I haven't. I
No.
honestly haven't seen a Predator movie that wasn't the first one. I've only ever seen the first one. It's like the Aliens movies. I've only seen the first two.
Me too.
Because there's
Like I'm lying. I watched the last three.
like I thought about renting Alien 3, but then I was like I know what happens obviously, and I'm just like the first two are so good. Do I really need to spoil like a perfect ending to watch this stuff? No, I don't. I don't think I
Is
will.
there an Alien 4?
Yep, there's an Alien 4. Alien Resurrection, I want to say. And then there's all the
Who's stars in it?
Prometheus and Alien Covenant and whatever. Yeah, they
Oh, there's a new one coming out this year.
oh shit, yeah, probably won't see it.
It comes out on. Oh, it has Isabella Merced. I think like Predator. Do you watch Prey?
No, I haven't. Like I said, I've only ever seen
Yeah, you're right.
Predator.
Like
That's it.
like Predator and Alien. Like, dude, if you treat those franchises like horror movies,
Mhm.
like spend 40 million a year, like every 2 years, and just do the movie with a fucking puppet and nice setups. You got it, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Alien really is. That's a horror movie. Like it
Yeah,
is just straight up a horror movie. And it's
dude, but
great.
it's a great fucking film.
It really. I'm more an Aliens person, but man, Alien is it's good.
I like Covenant too. I don't know why people don't
They
like it.
get what do you call it? Like the sense of dread you get from that movie in the opening, like when it's the camera's just going through the ship, and like the computers are turned on, and makes it look like the helmets are talking to you. You just get a real sense of like. Mm. But then the characters, what I like about that is just how like normal they make them. Like they really make them like they're just blue collar like truck drivers. That's literally how they treat them. And then you have like every time that Dallas goes to talk to Mother, and it's just like. And again, what I like about it is just like visually how like the room where Mother is like looks completely different. Like it's all white and but like every time
One
you
of
go
the
in,
best stories about that film is that they were in production
mm,
and like they saw the dailies and they said give them more money.
mm-hmm.
They saw the potential. They believe in him.
Well, you gotta remember it was a sci-fi movie post Star Wars too, so it was
Yeah.
like
Is it put? Ah, yeah, it's 79.
yeah,
You're right.
79. Well, Ridley Scott says it. He says that like Star Wars influenced it because what Star Wars influenced was making it look lived in. That was the whole thing that Ridley Scott talks about is like lived in like spaceships and everything, which goes to help that movie. Because look, if the Nostromo looked like, you know, the ship from 2001, it does not work as well. Because then you don't get that believability that they're literally just like blue collar like truck drivers in space. You don't get that feeling if they're in this pristine, beautiful. That's why the mother room works, because it's like it's supposed to feel kind of like it doesn't fit, and that's because the whole thing is like that's the thing that's leading them to their death, basically, is mother, because it's like, you know, they'd scare it to his death 100%. That's a rough scene, man.
Which one?
When Dallas dies, when he's in the air tubes and he's trying to flush out the alien with the flamethrower, and then it's like he's trying to get out, and then the alien just comes out and gets him. It's rough, man.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
yeah,
like
yeah,
that character. That's the thing. You like that guy. You like he's a good captain. He, you know, but then you're like, God.
How many years passed between the first one and the second one?
Almost 10, because the first one's 79 and
No,
then
but like in the movie. In the movie, it's longer, no?
what?
Because she stays asleep.
Oh, it's like 500 years, I want to say.
Yeah,
They
like
say
it's the
that,
longest time.
no. Well, how long? Maybe it's 50 years? Because her daughter recently dies, at least in the extended cut, you find out. How many years was Ripley? Here we go. How many years was Ripley? 57 years. She was in hypersleep for 57 years. Because that's all the thing is like in the extended, in the director's cut, or the special edition, whatever the fuck they call it, you learn that like her daughter like literally died like the previous year or something.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 57 years. So
James Cameron.
James Cameron, yep, that was
Are you excited for the next Avatar
the
film?
famous. Do you know the famous story about the pitch meeting about that movie?
No.
Cameron writes on a board. He writes alien, and then he writes an S and makes it the money symbol. And that's apparently how it happened.
Do you see this on Twitter? Talking about pitches. There was this I don't know how you call it, like a pitch Bible of a Recess sequel.
No, I have not seen this.
Yeah. So they pitched this you know what Recess is, right?
Reese's Pieces?
No, Recess the show on Disney.
Recess.
Recess, yeah.
Yes. I watched that show.
Yeah, so they pitched a sequel in 2022.
Is it the kid gonna be like adults or is
Yes.
it? Ooh.
And he's like one of like Spinelli's daughter, I think it's gonna be the protagonist.
Well, yeah,
And like
that's how the legacy sequels are.
yeah, and Randall is gonna be the principal of the school. I mean, it's a pitch, but I read it this morning.
Cobra Kai works, you know. So you know,
yeah.
Look, Cobra Kai is just one of those things to where it's like on paper, it probably shouldn't work as well as it does, but you just get people who genuinely love the Karate Kid, and they. But what works about Karate Kid is that as a legacy sequel, it doesn't sacrifice the older characters. They're still really important. Their stories are still going because the problem with most legacy the problem with most legacy sequels is like you have the old characters there, but they're kind of just there to bump up the new ones. Like Blade Runner 2049. I like that movie a lot, but like, you know, Deckard's kind of just thrown in at the end. Like, you know, it's like he's not really a main character in that movie. His story is not really super, you know, because it's all to push up K. Like that's the whole, you know, or that 70s show, you know, that 90s show to where it's like it's really about their kids and like, oh, Eric and Donna, they, you know, Fez, they all make appearances, but like it's about the new kids. Whereas Cobra Kai, it's found a good balance between the new characters and the old characters. It's not like Daniel and Johnny are just like, we're in the background. They have their own stories going on.
I haven't watched Cobra Kai, dude, so I can't.
It's fantastic. last season is gonna start this year. They're partially announcing 3 bits between the end of this year and the beginning of next year.
They're gonna do another Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, and Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
So
Very
they're
nice.
crossing that over.
Nice.
Not really
like
but-
it's one of those because it's been for a long time, right? Like it was really like first season like 2015, 2016.
Fuck, when was the first season?
Yeah,
No,
it's been
2016, I want to say.
yeah, it's
been-
been running for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, 2018.
2018. Oh,
6 seasons, Well, 5 seasons now.
and
It's
it
going to be
started like as a YouTube TV, YouTube Plus show, right?
YouTube
And
Red.
it graduated to Netflix.
It didn't graduate.
I mean, it got canceled and got
Red
picked up.
decided to stop
Yeah.
production on all things, and then Netflix was like, "Oh, this is really popular." Which, again, the creators have talked about. They pitched it to Netflix, and Netflix didn't want it.
Well, of course, no.
Yeah, but again, look, man, it's a good show. I really like it. I mean, if you're not a Karate Kid fan, I'm not sure if you're gonna get much enjoyment out of it. But if you are,
I love those movies growing up.
I'd honestly, genuinely give it a chance. I feel like you would. I feel like, especially Johnny, you would really enjoy it.
I don't know as an adult, but as a kid, I really like Karate Kid.
Dude,
Because they were really dope.
I'd say just give the first episode a try, and if you don't, if you're not into it, then don't.
What else have I
not
been
watch it.
watching? I've been watching a lot of.
But you know what I'm saying? Just it's one of my favorite shows.
Let's
I
just
think
go on next and see what we can talk about.
There's something on X that I don't want to talk about because we don't need to become one of those shows.
The Wolverine popcorn bucket.
Nope.
The Donald Trump thing.
Let's talk about the Wolverine popcorn bucket.
I just want to say, who is that shit supposed to jerk off? Fucking elephant, bro. Like no person.
You know what's
Your
funny
foot-
is Mike Kalinowski talked about it, and he's like, what was funny about the Dune popcorn bucket is that they really genuinely did not know what they were doing. Whereas this, it's like, it's so
Like,
clear that it's
yeah.
not really that funny.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like that's. And again, I don't really care. I'm not gonna buy it, but it is like the Dune one. It part of the comedy is like, yeah, it looks like the sandworm, but then you're like,
No, but that Doom one has texture, bro.
but you know what I'm saying. But like this Wolverine one, it's just like it's not that funny because it's trying too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes not funny because it's like, it's like the kid who watches like Dave Chappelle, like he watches a Dave Chappelle stand-up special, and then he goes to like his high school talent show and he tries to do a Dave Chappelle stand-up, not like racist, but he tries to act like that, but he's not funny because it's like
He talks about the trans community gets canceled.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not funny because you're not Dave Chappelle, and also you're trying too hard to not try hard, in a weird way. Like they're trying to be funny. They're trying really hard to be funny, but also make it like, oh, it's not that funny. It's like, well, now it's not funny. The Dune one, they weren't even trying to be funny, and that's what makes it funny.
You know what's crazy, dude? Of a movie I have, like, I know it's coming out, like the new Bad Boys film. It's coming out in next week.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen anything from it.
I will not be watching it, but it's just
because of Will Smith.
Yes, I genuinely I will keep watching like Independence Day and Men in Black, but I at least for now I've decided I'm not gonna really support any future projects of them.
Look, everybody has punched somebody in the face.
Yeah, but they don't do it over nothing, and they don't do it at the Oscars, and then they don't give a bullshit apology for it.
And cry in front of everybody. Well,
Yeah, and then try to justify their actions. Like, Richard, he protected his family. It was like, shut the fuck up. I mean, look, I maybe I'm wrong for that. I mean, look, I didn't see the last Bad Boys movies. I'm honestly not really that big into that series. So but
dude, that last one.
there's something weird about ever since like I've not seen King Richard, and I really don't want to see it. Like, and dude, look, I love Will Smith. I've loved him since I was a kid, and I would watch Fresh Prince of Bel Air on Nick at Night. Like, and so it's weird to have like an actor you love so much be such a douchebag publicly, and then you're like, I don't really think I can love you anymore.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
I
definitely see what you're saying.
Like it's just there's something weird with that though, where I'm like, I feel weird watching you and just because like it's just and look,
yeah.
Chris Rock was wrong for saying he said, but it's just like how he chose to handle it, and then also after the fact, it was like I watched his Instagram thing. It felt so like, this isn't really that big of a deal, like didn't really feel like a real apology, and then like this whole thing to where like, oh, we're supposed to like pat you on the back because you took yourself out of the camera or whatever. And it's like, wow, that's so cool that you did that after you won the Oscar. Because I'm sorry to say, I think if he hadn't won that Oscar that night, I don't think he would have done that. I feel like he still would have stayed in the Academy or whatever you have to do to be eligible to be nominated. I feel like he still would be in there. I think it's just the fact that like, well, he won the Oscars, so now it's like, okay, maybe you won't get to win another one, but you already got one Oscar, so that's more than a lot of other actors ever get. Like fucking Glenn Close, she didn't have any Oscars. Did she punch Meryl Streep in the face? No. Fucking Olivia Colman is like crying over the fact that she beat Glenn Close, and Glenn Close is just like cheering her on.
I want Chris Rock to win an Oscar.
Yeah, slap Will Smith.
No, I just say like repeat Will Smith's speech.
His speech where he's like, you guys know that Richard, he loved his family, he defended his family. Because that's all it was.
I think and like he probably doesn't like, but Chris Rock is an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's really underrated.
Yeah, I think he's good.
I think he's I really like him in The Longest Yard.
Yeah, he's funny in that. Yeah,
no,
I like him
he's the emotional core.
I don't care. I like those grown-ups movies, and I think he's really funny in both of them. Oh, he's 48 months. That's 4, Phil. Yeah.
Also, he plays Marty in Madagascar.
Yeah. No. You're the other black kid in town. Yeah, no, he's fine. Everybody hates Chris. I know he only does the voiceover.
One of those film franchises that go better with time. Madagascar.
He only does the voiceover in Everybody Hates Chris, but that episode where he talks about the girl and how he like turned her down for a date, and he's like, man, she still can't get over that. And then she's like in the booth, she's like, what are you talking about? Yes, I did. He's like, no, you didn't. Get out of here. Yeah. Again, will I ever watch? Probably. There'll probably be a Will Smith project that he does in the future that I will watch. But right now, I didn't see the last movie. Oh, man, he gave up on me. I did not know he was such a Will Smith fan. I was unaware of that. I was unaware that he was such a massive Will Smith fan. I'm so sorry, Abe. So sorry. So sorry about that. Well. And he's back.
Sorry, I I was looking for something and just this tab as a search bar.
Oh, okay, it's fun. Yeah, I think part of the reason why is I didn't say the last Bad Boys movies because, like I said, I like the first two, but like I've never considered myself a massive fan of them.
Oh, I'm not a biggest like. I like the first one. I think the second one is really bad. Like,
I okay. So the first one I think is a much better movie, but the second one has the Reggie scene, which is still I'm sorry,
Ray,
one of the
the
funniest scenes I've ever
Reggie
seen
is
in a
scene
movie.
maybe the best film, the best scene of all time, dude.
Who the fuck is that? Is Reggie? He's taking Megan out.
Motherfucker, how old are you?
Motherfucker,
16.
yo, look 30.
Motherfucker.
Look 30. This is a godfather. He just got out of jail. Man, why you gotta be telling people all my business? I just got out of jail. I ain't going back. I ain't going back. He's like, you a virgin? Yeah. Keep it that way. Ain't gonna be no fucking tonight. You ever have sex with a man? No. You don't want to? he's like 10:01. I'm locked, loaded, hunting your ass down. Yeah, and I'm there. And you know if I'm there, it's gonna be chee chee bang bang.
You know I think what affected my watching of Bad Boys 2 is that I watched that clip before.
Oh, I think
So
I
my
showed you that.
maybe so
I
my
think I showed you it.
expectations for
Or
that
you
were
thought
like
the whole movie was gonna be
it's gonna be
Reggie.
like the and
Well,
it's not.
you know what? Josh McCouga hyped that movie up so much to me.
Yeah.
And I think my expectation, maybe I need to watch it again. I mean, I like the first one. Like I said, I think the first one is a better movie, except for I think, oh, what's her face? T. Leone she's a bit too fucking much.
Like I mean, you know, it's like Michael Bay at its
I think that's his
best.
first. I think that's his first
No, and
movie.
he probably his best. Nah,
Armageddon exists.
yeah, it's not his first movie. The first Bad was 94. Yeah, Armageddon. I know Armageddon 97. You're right.
Yeah,
I know what I'm
98.
thinking.
No, Armageddon's
98,
yeah.
90. Yeah, Michael Bay.
But yeah, no. Again, I like it, but it's like I didn't watch the last one, and so I need to watch. I mean, look, I get.
No, the last one, dude. Actually, like the Will Smith, I get it, but like
Yeah.
before, dude, that's a really great action movie. Like I truly believe it's a
Yeah,
straight up action.
again, maybe I should when I go to the library next time. I should maybe I should rent all three of them and just kind of watch them. You know, watch the first two again and then watch. I will say
And just mute the TV when Will Smith is
they
talking.
made a horrible decision. And like I get it's because they did a legacy sequel and they thought it was gonna be one done, but they were fucking idiots to call that last movie Bad Boys for Life. Because this movie should have been called Bad Boys for Life.
What's the name of the Ride or Die?
Ride or Die, because they're like, fuck, the fourth one should have been called Bad Boys for Life. We didn't think we were gonna make a fourth one.
Vanessa Hodges is in it. Like, sorry, like.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll like I said, I'll rent all three of them and
The
I'll
fucking
watch them.
poster of this one looks exactly like the poster of the first one.
Wait, what? Share your screen. What the fuck are you talking about?
So the movie poster, looks exactly like the first one. Wait, let me see.
Maybe do you think that's intentional?
No, but like from the first, like the Bad Boys for Life. Yeah, it's the exact same post.
Let me see. You son of a bitch. Or do you want me to look it up? Is it easier for
No,
me to
just look it up on IMDb. Like,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, so we're gonna pull up. So you mean Bad Boys for Life?
So look, Bad Boys for Life poster, right?
Yeah. So you said the IMDb one. Okay, and then what's this one called? Bad Boys Ride or Die?
Ride or Die.
Okay, Bad Boys Ride or Die. Where's? Hold on 1 second. Just give me a second.
The one that appears on IMDb, not the one where they're shooting.
The one on IMDb.
Yeah.
The one I got on IMDb, they don't. So this is
Okay, share your screen. Now I guess you have to.
this is yeah. I might be getting some different. So this is the one for Why does it
Third
look like he's
level.
getting smaller? What the
Oh,
fuck?
go directly to it. So they use this image
Mm-hmm.
for
So this is
ride or
Bad Boys
die.
for Life.
Yeah.
But then here, this is the Ride or Die one. Oh shit! Why is it not showing? Yeah, and then this is
No, so close that.
okay.
Oh, what the fuck? Fucking my NDB is drunk. That doesn't come out to me.
Dude, I mean, yeah, I'll look for a poster, but like,
No, it's fine.
oh, maybe yours was just yeah.
It's this image, like literally, it's this image without the text.
Oh, yeah. Yours might just be fucked up.
Look, let's go to Miami. Let's turn ourselves a little bit darker. Well, myself a little darker. You are much darker.
And what? Do a Bad Boys movie?
No, and become cops.
I think we could do it. We could probably do it.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Wait, why do we have to? No, I don't have the black. Lethal Weapon exists.
No, but we wanna honor the men who papas.
Bad Bad
We
Boys.
gotta honor the motherland of Africa.
Who? Who? Who's who? Who's Will Smith and who's Martin Lawrence?
I want to be Martin Lawrence.
Okay, cool. So I'll be Will Smith.
Yeah, because I would never punch somebody in the face.
Yeah.
And I know you will.
Like, you fucking piece of shit. You would.
Also, Martin, like what's the name? Big Mama movies? Have you watched them? Those, dude, I love those films as a kid. Dude, they were
Those
so
movies
funny.
exist only as posters to me.
No, dude, those movies are so fucking funny. They were really bad, but growing up, they were like hilarious.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
boys.
So I guess I will watch the Bad Boys movies and then maybe I'll see this new one. I don't know. I just, again, the Will Smith at all. It's weird. You know, tis weird because I'm just like, I'm still a little upset too that he picked Suicide Squad over doing Independence Day 2. Which I know Suicide Squad was more financially successful, so he made a smart move.
Independence Day Resurgence.
Yeah. Well, because that was the thing. That's why he wasn't in Resurgence, because he did Suicide Squad instead.
You said Independence Day too.
Yeah, you know what the fuck I meant.
That movie is horrible, dude.
I like it. It's not better than
You
the first
like
one, but it's good. I like Liam Hemsworth, and I think it's
the
good.
first one is great. The first one is really fun movie.
Oh, the first one's far superior.
Fantastic, yeah.
Dude, I watch it every 4th of July. I'm going to be in Ireland on 4th of July this year, and yet, because basically we're leaving the night of the 3rd, so we'll become the 4th, I'm watching Independence Day on the plane.
How long is the flight? Like 5 hours? 8 hours?
6, I think. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Not at all. I don't like planes. I get kind of claustrophobic on them, so I'm just like not looking.
Oh, you don't fly first class?
No. Poor
Oh,
man.
really?
I'm gonna be in the back of the plane. You know.
Wow.
No, I don't know where. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think we're flying first class.
No, dude, I'm kidding. Fucking first class is like $10,000. Fuck.
I've only literally flown first class like once in my life, but it was because it was my 21st birthday. My parents sent me and my brother to San Diego Comic-Con, and my parents, I guess, just because my dad was still working at the time, I think they just had a bunch of like flight like miles that they used for us, so we got to fly first class.
Oh, okay.
It was fun, but yeah, no, we don't. We usually fly like regular.
Oh no, of course. Like I was just making a stupid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's weird because I don't really have claustrophobia in normal life, but there's something about planes that it's just like I think it's like the fact that you can't see land. That like I'm just like because I don't like boats either. I don't like boats. I think there's something about just like I need to see land. I need to have quick access to land. Like you're in a car.
I was thinking of going on
quick access to land.
Yeah, I was thinking of going on a cruise.
And never in my life would I ever go on a cruise.
I started thinking about it when I was like, do you really want to be 8 days trapped in
Just
the middle of
trapped.
the.
Just trapped in the middle of the ocean. Oh, but you stop at ports. No, you're trapped on the fucking ocean. Oh, my
Yeah,
mom's like, oh, you don't even feel like you're on the ocean. It's like, yeah, you might not feel it, and then you walk outside and you just see. Fuck, it's like that fucking shot of Jaws to where it's like the bird's eye shot to where it's just like fucking nothing but the orca.
yeah, yeah.
That's what the fuck you are.
Exactly.
You're just trapped. I would never do that to myself ever in my life. I'm like Drake and Josh's mom. What do you remember in the Go Hollywood movie to where she doesn't want to go? She doesn't want to go on the cruise, and she's like, Walter's like, boats don't sink. She's like, what about that Titanic? She's like, that was a movie. She's like, based on true events. And then even the cab driver was like, oh man, I hate boats. Oh man, what a good
I haven't
movie.
watched. I haven't watched
Man,
those Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh is great, man.
Do you watch the
Yes, so I
Nickelodeon?
watched the first episode and then I watched the episode with Drake Bell, and that's all I've seen of Quiet on Set.
I think we talked about it, no?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
We definitely did. We definitely did.
Yeah, we did.
Look, I feel bad. I feel bad for the kids. Drake Bell in particular, I feel bad that happened to him. Kudos to his girlfriend's mom for being so like observant and like being like, yeah, fuck that. I feel so bad for his dad because like his dad knew shit was up with that Brian guy, but Drake just, and then that story Drake tells about like when he got caught, his dad being like, I'm glad it wasn't you, and him just not having the heart to tell him that like basically he was the whistleblower. It's rough, man. It's rough stuff, man. What the fuck is so funny, Abe? You piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Let's no. I thought about fucking really bad thing.
Send it to me in private chat as per usual. All right, folks. Oh man, talking about private chat. I don't know why I was reading. Do you remember when we were doing the Hawkeye review and I sent you that joke about like you like to be 17 inches deep in like Haley Steinfeld and you just could not continue? You really are an asshole. You really are, man.
Dude, I don't know. Like honestly, it's a horrible thing. I don't know if I say them because I actually like because I don't feel
It's the only
comfortable.
way you deal with it.
No, but I don't feel comfortable with the topic. You know?
Yeah. No, me too. I don't feel comfortable with it either. That's why I didn't watch the whole. That's why I watched the first episode, and then Drake Bell's thing wasn't in it, and then I saw the episode that he was in because I'm a Drake Bell fan, from when I was a kid, and but I haven't watched anything else because I'm just like I don't really need to go through this.
Drake Bell. It's really big in Mexico.
Yeah, that's why. What do you call it? There's a song that I remember of his because the first CD I ever owned was a Drake Bell one. There was a song I really liked, and I looked up the music video. Dude, all the fucking comics are just fucking Spanish.
Yeah, like he's making his career in Mexico. Like that's where.
Hey, good on him. He made some good music. Like I said, that CD I used to listen to it. It's some good. I still know.
I do wonder, like, if he hadn't had gone through it, like, which kind of career he would have. Because that definitely affected him.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, definitely, like that fucked him over.
That fucked him up, and so like, let's say that doesn't happen. Like, I think, let's say that didn't happen. I genuinely could see him like leading, like, when I say this, an adult sitcom, like not like obviously like I mean like I could totally have seen him doing like a Friends type sitcom, like as one of the leads,
dude, like seems like what's the name of Amanda Bynes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the comments they make about her, and then I went to look her over, like she was a fucking tornado of talent and comedy.
So young too.
Yeah,
and the show was insane. She was so fucking good on that show.
Yeah, and it's so sad that like we didn't get to see that potential.
Yeah, because she had, because she had that number of years to where it's like she had done the Amanda Show, and then she did that network sitcom. And then with the movies, it's like they put her in movies, but they never really knew what to do with her. You know, like they never like Hollywood was like, you're a big person, but we don't know what, so we're gonna put you in like She's the Man and what the fuck is the one where her dad's fucking British? What a Girl Wants. Like we're gonna put you in that shit, but like it's two very
Like
disparate
she's still
things.
so young still.
Yeah.
Like she's 38, and like if she had,
I mean, she's
like
great in Hairspray. She's fantastic in that
yeah,
movie.
like she still could have.
She could
She's
have.
still
She got. But I think it's just look, man. It's just
yeah, like
shit
life,
that happened
life.
to her, man. It's just life, and I think also part of it is just being successful. Really too young also does it to you, to where you're just like, you know. Well, it's funny. I saw someone on TikTok. There was a video, some behind the scenes footage from like the Amanda show of like her and Drake Bell and whatever, and the caption was literally, it was a sad caption because it was like, man, in a different world, they were just two kids that met at school, and not like a relationship thing. They just met at school and just kind of had fun together, you know, like instead of just like what happened to him happened, you know. Because yeah, Drake Bell, I could totally see him, like I said, doing like a Friends type show or Scrubs, something like that, kind of like, you know, a dramedy kind of thing. Like I totally have seen him doing that kind of stuff. But I think
Yeah,
I think that was it. I think he just kind of moved into his music because that was a place to where he felt like he could sort of escape that world. Unfortunately, you know.
it's just sad.
Yeah, it is. No, it really, especially for us, you know, like for us, it's like, you know, that was like Drake and Josh. That was one of our like, that was
Dude,
such a big
it's
show
like
when we were kids, man.
it's like Brendan Fraser, dude. Like he was older when his
Oh
incident
yeah,
happened.
man.
So
That
like all those years we lost. I mean, we like like as an
no
audience, as
Hollywood, you lost, yeah, man. Like
yeah, of missing
think of
out of
like
a great artist.
yeah, a great artist, a great, just like genuinely funny dude who had like this charisma, charisma that can't be taught he had, and like, yeah, think about all the shit that you
Yeah,
could have
like
done.
Brendan Fraser is 56. I just looked it up.
Mhm.
He's what's the name? This guy Iron Man, Robert Downey
Robert
Jr.
Downey
is
Jr.
age. Do you think he could have lead one of those franchises?
What are you talking? Could have. He was leading one of those. He was in the goddamn Mummy franchise, my
No, but
dude.
like another one, on like
Yeah,
follow
he
like
could have. He could have easily taken on like. Look, there's a world where Guardians of the Galaxy got made earlier. He would have been Star Lord.
yeah, he would have been a perfect Star Lord.
He would have been great. Well,
Yeah,
that's it's funny. I was watching the Mr. Sunday Movies review of the Phantom Menace, and they talked about how like you can kind of improve that movie if you had a Han Solo-ish character played by Brendan Fraser in it. You know, like someone who's kind of just like the normal average dude who's like pulling you in. It's like, yeah, man, 1999 Brendan Fraser, like could have done that. But that's what I'm saying. You do, like I said, if you did Guardians of the Galaxy in the early 2000s, Brendan Fraser would have played Star Lord, and he would have been fantastic. Maybe the movie's not as good because James Gunn doesn't do it, but like he would have fucking nailed that character.
I mean, how old is Chris Pratt? Like 44?
I don't know. He's gotta be. He's gotta be up there.
Dude, he's 45. Like he could have made this fucking Star Lord like 10 years older.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Well,
Like
he's 40. Well, he's 44 now, so you have to admit in his
yeah, he was
30s.
34. Brendan Fraser was 36.
Yeah.
No, 46, 46.
So yeah, you could have just aged up the character a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about? That
also
is
I would say that takes away because one of the charms of Star Lord is the character is that it's a child.
yeah. Because the problem is in the 70s, 80s thing of it is like you lose that because he wouldn't have been a kid during that time.
Yeah.
So that you lose that. And I think, and that's the hard thing. That's why I said if it was done in the early aughts, you probably that wouldn't have been as big a focal point of the character. But again, he would have been good.
Yeah, but look at Brendan Fraser. He won an Oscar.
He did. I have not seen that movie, but I've heard he's great in it. Deserved it.
He really good.
Yeah.
The second best performance in that movie.
But yeah, no, it's but you see these things happen to these actors, and it's just like, God, man, it's so sad, you know? It's just like, and that's the thing is like, it's not only is it sad that this happened, but also like, man, what careers could they have had if, what if?
Yeah, you don't think like Amanda Bynes, because that's why like she could have like a Melissa McCarthy type of career, like those comedians that can take over a film.
Yeah,
Like I
100% she
wish,
could have.
like a Kristen Wiig, like like
Mhm.
talent.
Yeah, like someone who like could have led a bunch of just string of comedies and could have just had her own genre to herself.
Dude, and like she's 38.
Mm-hmm.
And like she probably needs a lot of rehab and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gonna happen? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
But like if somebody
Can
told
she get a resurgence? Sure. Sure.
yeah,
But will she?
probably not.
Probably at this point.
Look at
Probably.
Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay
Yeah,
Lohan,
she's starting to get a resurgence, man. She
yeah.
is. It's
There's
it's
a,
it's hard.
also that traumatic event that happened on sets and stuff. Like
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors, and that's the thing. It's like there's a lot of different factors that go into, things that happen to actors. Like, look, Kevin Spacey's never making a comeback ever.
no, but he's a
He's,
predator. Yeah, he's a
yeah.
he's
Never, despite what the London court said, like, unfortunately,
like Army Hammer.
Yeah, Army Hammer is one of dude, Army Hammer. Dude, it's insane to think Army Hammer was almost Batman. Think about that. He was almost Batman.
Dude, he was ready to take the star. He's placing the A-listers. He was set to succeed.
Yes, he was.
And
like, just you think about that. Army Hammer was almost Batman. You think about that. Justice League Doom, or what was that movie? The George Miller Justice League movie.
oh my god. No, it's Justice League Lives.
No, that's Superman. You're thinking of Superman. I'll just look it up. George Miller Justice. Justice League Mortal. That was the name of the movie. Justice League Mortal. Dude, Armie Hammer was going to be Batman. Adam Brody was going to be Barry Allen. I don't know who DJ Contra is, but he was going to be Superman. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. And they were like ready to shoot too. That's the other thing about that movie is like they were like near shooting, and then it just got canceled. Yeah, man. Armie Hammer is one of those. Yeah, it's a great.
It doesn't talk great about society.
What?
That we criticize Armie Hammer more.
Mm-hmm.
Like we remember the cannibalism remarks he made on his than the actual abuse, dude.
Yeah, that's the, and again, that's the sad thing about this is, sometimes with that, it's like we don't, the victims get kind of lost in it over other shit, like it's just like, that's, it's an unfortunate part of the media world that we live in. It's really like, whatever the media wants to remind us about is what we're going to remember,
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. Yeah, it's like, what if? What kind of careers could they have had if only, Well, yeah, and then you got Brendan Fraser. It's like, it sucks that he does the whale, and then it's like he's supposed to be in Batgirl, and then that gets fucking shit canned. And depending on the quality of that movie, that could have also helped them, even more to. I mean, look, he fucking popped up in a Scorsese movie, so
His performance not that good, bro.
I said it before. I don't like that movie, and they threw in two actors that I really like in the fucking end of that, and it did not help it whatsoever. Because I like him and I like John Lithgow, but goddamn, that did not help. But I digress.
It's funny. I mean, it's not funny, right?
Mm,
But I'm reading the Army Hammer thing.
yeah.
He said that he was assaulted by a pastor when he was younger.
Mhm.
It's like it's that end of the Kevin. Remember when the Kevin Spacey allegations came in, and he put, "Hey, and I'm gay."
Yeah, he really tried to like deter
Yeah,
to
it's
be like,
like
I'm gay.
it's one of those things. Like, hey, feel a little bit compassion for me
Yeah,
being
Phil,
an
I've been
asshole.
struggling, man, as an
Yeah,
openly gay
yeah,
man as of
yeah.
5 seconds ago.
What you go through. It sucks, but what you did is worse, bro.
Yeah.
And it
Well,
sucks
it
at
was
the same
also
time.
it's just like your timing and almost feels like you're hoping that like somehow you saying this the news headlines will change from
Yeah,
Kevin
have
Spacey
you
assaults
watched?
people to Kevin Spacey is gay.
Yeah, have you watched those Kevin Spacey videos,
No.
like the Frank Underwood ones, where he on YouTube?
No.
Those talk about a horror thing. Those fucking are a horror.
Yeah, you go back and you watch movies like Seven and you're like, maybe you weren't such a good actor, you were just tapping into how much of a fucking creep you are.
Yeah,
You know, like maybe that wasn't so much acting.
there was a time before those that
Mhm.
everything that came out. I was reading into Kevin Spacey, bro.
Yeah. Hey man, you had the American Beauty poster on your fucking
Yeah,
wall.
yeah, yeah. No way that poster. I'm
We
gonna take that.
all and look, y'all.
Good thing he's not in the poster.
Yeah, but some select few people all know the real poster that Abe had. It was hidden. It was hidden, however. It was always on the other side of the camera. But we all know. Me and Take 3 know because Abe showed us. It was this right here. Abe had this poster on his wall. He just hide it, but he had it. He had it. He would say goodnight to it every single night. He'd dream about it. This is how he would look looking at that poster. He's like, yes. Wait, what the fuck?
You know what's sad? Is that movie's so fucking great, and
I've
now I
never
cannot
seen.
no, and I cannot fucking rewatch it.
I've never seen it.
No, it's a fucking great movie, dude.
Should I watch it?
Amazing. Huh?
Should I watch it?
Yes.
I've been hankering to watch Seven again. I don't know why.
That's also a great fuck. That's
I
one of
haven't
those.
seen that in a
That's a
while.
great film, dude.
You know what movie I did not like that much? Unusual Suspects. I think that's one of those movies that got hyped up to me too much when I watched
Yeah,
it.
I feel this. I think that movie doesn't work if you know the ending.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I knew the ending already because it's
Yeah, we
so
all know the
famous.
ending. Yeah.
All know the ending. It's just like, yeah, if I didn't know that, maybe
Also,
this was.
I like Brian Singer as a director, dude.
He's not very good.
I don't think he doesn't have like he doesn't have any juice. He doesn't have any spice.
Who's
Like there's like
Brett
even
Ratner. That's another creep who's not a really good director. Brett Ratner.
no wonder Brian Singer and Kevin Spacey were friends, bro.
Yeah, yeah. You learn from it. You're like, huh, yeah, done that
Like
track.
like dude, Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
Mhm.
Like sure, it's a fucking by the numbers biopic,
Yeah,
but I really think that a better director would have made a better movie.
yeah. I mean, look, man. I really like the first X-Men movie a lot. I really do. I really, really do. Can't. But
Yeah, it's like uh
fuck is right twice a day. You
no
know.
no I like the first X-Men too, but I don't like they don't have this emotional weight that you take.
I mean,
for
the
me.
first one he does, but that's just me. But yeah, he's not like. I mean, look at fucking Superman Returns. That movie is so fucking awful. It's
Yeah, that's
so
why.
bad. And you're comparing because it's
Have you
trying
watched
to
Valkyrie?
no.
Okay.
But you watch Superman Returns and it's trying so hard to be the Richard Donner one, and then you're like exactly what you're talking about. It's like working in the same semi conditions. It's just like, man, what Richard Donner did was just fucking like trillions of miles ahead of you trying to copy him. Like that movie is so fucking bad. It's just boring too. That's the other problem with Superman Returns. It's such a boring fucking movie.
I remember watching it. Funny
You
enough,
just
when that movie come out, Jack in the Box was handing toys, right, with your
Mhm.
kids' meal.
Jack in the
When
Box, Burger
yeah,
King. I remember doing.
I don't
Superman.
know which one. Maybe it was one of those. So I got one of those,
Mhm.
and I got the Superman figure, right?
Oh yeah, the one to where you
Yeah.
split the back, and I had that figure too, and I don't know where it is, and I so
Okay.
badly want to go on eBay
So
and buy it again.
as a kid, I started playing with it,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, to simulate Superman flying, I
Mm-hmm.
started spinning with it. Just stretch my arm and just started spinning it with
Mm-hmm.
it. I got so how you call it when you know
Dizzy?
yeah, I got really dizzy, and I fell, and I
Oh
fell down, and I hit the edge of the wall, and I opened my head,
yeah.
and I end up in the emergency room. Thanks to Brian Singer and his fucking.
There's a great thing that I still think about that movie, and I wonder if it's still on YouTube. Trying to see if I can find it still. Hmm. God damn it. I'm trying to see if I can. It looks like it might not be on YouTube anymore.
What is it?
It's so hard to explain. Um Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but basically it was just someone took the like toy commercial, but they made it about about being about like steroids. So it was like the Superman Returns steroids gig. Like, oh man, oh my god. So hard to explain, but I just remember it being one of those like really early like. Wait a second, was that it? Maybe. Yes. Oh my god, I found it. Oh man.
Hey kids, did you ever want to be as strong as Superman, hit baseballs as far as Barry Bonds, or have muscles like wrestler Scott Steiner, but you're just a nerdy, pathetic kid? Then you need the Superman Returns Steroids for Kids playset. With just a quick shot in the ass of the Superman Returns applicator, you'll go from super nerd to super boy. Watch as the Superman Returns steroids go in effect in minutes. Soon you'll be filled with roid rage. Friends and family will be amazed as you destroy the whole house. And when your mom tells you to do your homework, you can tell her no, as you beat the living shit out of her. Yeah, there are some minor side effects like getting zits on your back and your penis shrinking, but who gives a shit? You'll still get the ladies because you'll be just as sexy as Superman Returns Steroids for Kids playset spokesman, Little Hercules. The world needs a hero. Are you up for the job? Superman Returns Steroids for Kids playsets available at all toy stores and Toys R Us.
That's one of those things that I remember like early YouTube days. Like yeah, it was posted in 2006 that I just were
Nah.
coming across and be like,
I think this is where we end the show
oh,
because I'm having a really good time, dude. But
mhm.
I'm really hungry
No,
and I need to pack because I'm going to home tomorrow and I need to save my stuff.
okay.
Sorry
No,
for breaking the conversation, but I'm starving.
guess that's it. Guess that's
yeah, yeah,
fucking it. Fine.
yeah. This is the last show in 40 years. We'll meet again in May 30, 2064, where
What?
we're going to talk about the greatest actress of all time and how Amanda Bynes came back and gave 10 performances that won an Oscar.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. Another host that just decided randomly they don't want to do a show with me anymore.
Yeah, in 4 years, bro. I'm sorry.
All right. Oh, great.
Yeah, I'm just your Sandy again.
Yeah. Fine.